Oh, what's up? Nice to see you. Guys, brace yourselves. Something could be about to be happening. No, but seriously, taking a look at the charts, you kind of remind yourself that it's always darkest before the dawn. Batman. I've got some interesting charts I want to share with you. I know it's been a rough week, okay, but truly, unless, if you believe the market, again, I keep saying this, if you believe market cycle's over, then what are you even doing here, right? I don't believe market cycle's over. I still think we're basically mid-cycle. As crazy as that might sound right now, we go through violent upturns, violent downturns. It's pretty standard shit for crypto, to be honest. And I think we've got some good days ahead of us still, and sentiment tends to turn on a dime around here. So as we digest the rest of this criminality over at the Solana blockchain last few days, you got to remind yourself, like, wait a second. So some douche nozzle, let's go through. Some douche nozzle committed massive crime over on the Solana blockchain. So sell your Bitcoin? Make sense, guys. Let's get into it. Answering your questions, second half of the stream. Let's go. Now, we do have a little update to start off with here about the douche nozzle, Hayden Davis over here. So this is insane. This has been published by local media outlets in Argentina by a conversation between the douche nozzle and the exec at an unnamed crypto firm, where Davis was Hayden was seeking funding for the Libra launch. He said, sweet. Also, we can have Melee tweet and meet in person, do a promo. I control that N-word. And that's effing sick. All right. I send money to his sister and he signs whatever I say and does what I want. Craziest shit. I mean, President of Argentina's in some deep shit, man. Yeah, it's been rough recently. But again, just because there's some crime happening on Solana doesn't mean you should sell your Bitcoin. People go back to like, oh, this is some unique situation. Man, it's the exact same shit that happened on Ethereum back in 2017 with all these ICO launches. We have white paper. Give us $50 million. Crypto community, okay, take my money. Zero questions asked. It's nothing new under the sun, guys. Bitcoin currently chilling around 96,000. Apparently, we dropped down to 93,000. I guess I was sleeping for that. We dropped down to $93,500 yesterday. So that's interesting. Generally, kind of keeping on a bit of an uptrend here. You can see that here. So that's also pretty interesting. Basically tracking right along with the 100-day EMA. Purple line on the chart right here, as you can see. Nice bounce off that. Bounced off it basically 3 times. I don't quite touch there. Basically bounced off that 3 times. What is very interesting, look at this line I drew right here. So this is from the 17 December peak all the way down. Look how that's fascinating, isn't it? Look at how tightly it's been following that. So after that sort of downtrend break here, we've had a new sort of mini uptrend start here, but it's been kind of just grinding sideways here. Again, I keep repeating this, but it's worth keeping repeating so you guys continually remember where we are, okay? $98,500. Daily candle close there probably moves the market back in the direction we want it to go in. We're that close. Bitcoin's been wildly resilient in face of all this recent volatility across the crypto market. That's why we always say there's Bitcoin and then there's everything else. But it's very interesting. Very interesting. Yes, this is the kind of bull vibes we need. Bitcoin going to 150K next month. Let's go. Man, I was reading my comments today on YouTube. I pop in there from time to time. It's grim. It's grim, guys. I know it's been rough recently, but this is crypto. This is the asset class you chose to invest in. Sometimes I question my own life choices too. I get it. But we are here for the moments of outperformance, which do happen from time to time. CryptoCom, the great chart here, says, what seems more likely? The cycle ends a year early with Bitcoin failing to get even close to any true cycle top levels on data. It's true. We've talked about this before. In terms of technical indicators, on-chain indicators, all this stuff, basically nothing has hit yet. Basically nothing. Now, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it doesn't matter this time. Maybe all this stuff's just completely irrelevant and doesn't matter. Or the cycle remains on track to the same thing that's done 3 times before and everything will be fine. That we still have a year to go. tired, boss. I'm tired. I just want to, cash out for millions and enjoy the next bear market. That'll be great. Oh, no, just, if it's just a standard 4-year cycle, man, and we just top in like November or something. It's a long time. A lot more grinding to be done, guys, but a lot more money to be made too, okay? Stay positive. Stay positive. Marty Party sharing this. Bitcoin short-term holder profit loss to exchanges. Basically, February's Bitcoin sell-off is nearly over. Seller exhaustion is coming in, which is why we don't see the price moving down that much. Right, we're running out of people who are willing to sell. You got to remember, a lot of Bitcoin in particular is in the hands of people who have exited fiat. They're not coming back. You guys ever see Point Break? Great Keanu Reeves. And by the way, I was watching the new Ancient Apocalypse thing by Graham Hancock on Netflix. And apparently Keanu Reeves is in that. I was like, what are you doing here, man? Anyway, at the end of Point Break, the cops come down. They're like, you let him go out, man. What are you doing? When Patrick Swayze's character goes out to, unalive himself in the waves. And he's like, you're going to come back in, man. And Keanu's like, he's not coming back. Shh. That's a long story to get around to saying that there's a certain amount of Bitcoin people who are not coming back to fiat. They've exited forever. Anyway, besides the point, great movie. Seller exhaustion coming into play. Okay, that's why we're not seeing huge sell-offs right now in Bitcoin. We actually had our big deleveraging event 2 weeks ago. That leverage has not built up again in the market. Okay, so this is worth considering. I know we've had this Solana event this week, but not everything's been equally affected. Think about that. Bitcoin Archive saying Bitcoin has not had 5 red weeks in a row since the bear market. Next week likely to be up unless we're in a bear market. No, we're not in a bear market. We're not in a bear market. That weekly MACD though is still in the back of my brain. Anyway, let's see. Hopefully we have a nice green week next week. That'd be fantastic. We need a little bit of a morale boost around here, don't we, guys? It's been rough recently. $1.1 trillion Standard Chartered Bank expects more sovereign wealth funds to start buying. Because of course they're going to start buying Bitcoin, man. Obviously. Hey, if you're a cryptocurrency trader, get yourself an account over on Unix. No, seriously. This is where I'm doing a lot of my trading these days. It's a great exchange. No KYC, no VPN. Really, no BS. Just click on that link down below. You're going to get some pretty sweet bonuses as well. You get $10 for free just to start your account. You get 20% deposit rebate. So you deposit $1,000, you get $200 back. You get $2,000 deposited, you get $400 back. And they have some pretty cool trading rewards as well, up to $1,000 in bonuses. So if you want a great place where you can trade all the top coins, the deep liquidity, check out BitUnix, link down below. Thank you very much. So continuing, Ethereum, it's in an interesting place, to be honest. And I feel like there might even be a trade here in the not so distant future. Let's keep our eye on it. Now, we had, of course, a fake out the other day at $2,800. We got up to about $2,850 or so. $2,800 is the main line of control. Main line of control, right? Get over that, ETH probably comes back in a not so short amount of time. What's interesting is now we have the 20-day EMA all the way down here around 2790, something like that. So really nice confluence coming in here. If we can get back above $2,800 with a daily candle close, exciting things start happening again. By the way, MACD's been positive on Litecoin on Ethereum here for a few days. So let's see how that plays out, okay? Tony shared this. Apparently, Trump shared this on his X, a CoinDesk article, that Donald Trump effect bumps Ripple Labs US deals XRP gains. XRP, man, those, Chris and Brad, the XRP guys, the Ripple Labs guys, they Brad Garlic House, man, they got themselves in there and they're talking to Trump, man. Trump's on the XRP train now. Now, XRP did have a bit of a sell-off here the other day, obviously, but it is kind of coiling up. You kind of zoom out here and try to look at what's actually been going on here with XRP. Like, it's actually a pretty crazy trend line that has remained in place. I mean, except for this big, I'm not going to count that because that was on the big deleveraging day. Kind of things get a bit irrational at that particular point. But generally, this uptrend has been holding in place pretty well, which means that right now, XRP is kind of winding up within this big triangle here. Currently sitting back at the 50-day EMA after sell. I guess I slept through the worst of the sell-off yesterday. We got down to 247 on XRP. Anyway, besides the point. Currently back at the 50-day EMA, and obviously want to see a bounce from here. Breakout, retest, bounce, fine. Start losing that again, then the sort of last best hope for XRP short term becomes around $2.40 here at the uptrend line. Lose that uptrend line and probably see a bit of a deeper correction in XRP. Okay. Me looking at Litecoin right now. Let's bet on this. Let's go. Let's go. Litecoin, man. It's a very tricky spot right now. It is right now running into the line of resistance that has been key resistance where we failed to put a daily candle close in for basically this entire impulse in the market, right? So back in early December, daily candle closes happened just below $137. Same in mid-January. Late January, didn't even quite get up there. 16 Feb, wicked up there, didn't close above it. Right now, we're trying once again to do it. MACD in an uptrend. Okay, EMA is moving solidly up. Not saying we're going to do it today. Okay. But when that line breaks, there's probably a major momentum shift moment for Litecoin where the price could really start taking off. Until then, we could see a rejection, maybe back down to the 20-day EMA around 120 bucks, which would probably be an interesting re-entry point for anybody looking to get exposure on that sort of Litecoin trade thesis around the ETF speculation. Okay. Cardano got rejected here at 20-day EMA twice, popped back down to retest the 200-day EMA. Chart-wise, not actually looking all that bad. You can see this was the downtrend line from before. So we've got actually two retests in play at the same time. Retest of the downtrend line, orange line on the chart here, and retest of the 200-day EMA. But man, we need to get back away from that 200-day EMA, take out the 20-day. That's going to be step one. Step two, taking out the 50-day. Okay. Honey XBT shared a nice post here in the last 5 years. Second half of Q1 has always been bullish for ETH and for altcoins, even in 2022. ETH pumped 50% in March after bottoming in late February. The reason why I've been buying ETH and altcoins lately is the same seasonality. You can meme it all you want, but the data speaks for itself. However, this year it looks totally different because there's so much happening. The supply of altcoins has been 100x since last cycle. Said I won't lie, things do look a bit dire, but my bet here is ETH outperforms for the next few weeks as we've seen in the last few years because seasonality, which hasn't been invalidated yet. If we don't pump at the end of Q1, the thesis is invalid and we'll see what happens. But until then, we still have optimism for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Cool. Adam, what's up? No worries, man. Come to Token 2049. Come to Dubai, Habibi. Let's go. Okay, continuing. This is the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay. So everything else still week number 3. And I know the week still has 4 days to go, and that feels like an eternity in crypto land sometimes, but we are still above the 20-week EMA. Despite all the fear and the craziness and all that stuff, we're still above the 20-week EMA. Now, we lose this in a definitive way. That might be time to update our thinking about the status of this market, but a retest, a bounce off support, so far so good. Okay. This is the others chart as well. We talked about this yesterday. I want to keep updating you guys. I think it's a really important chart to keep an eye on. So it's the total market cap, excluding the top 10 coins. So really the altcoin index of coins. Currently, we're about 12% away from retaking the 200-day EMA, bouncing off support right now. Don't want to lose that support line again. That'd be bad news bears for all of your altcoins. Miles sharing this great chart again. I want to share it again with you, man, because it's worth keeping in mind the insanity of seasonality and rhyming in the markets. The last 2 market cycles, the others, which we just covered that chart, the others versus Bitcoin ratio bottomed in February of the year after the Bitcoin halving. Is that what's happening now? And I'll tell you what, everybody back then, I remember February 21, right? Everyone, altcoins are dead. They're never coming back. It's all over. Look, Bitcoin just had this big correction, blah, blah, blah. And China's banned, whatever, there's always some new bullshit going on. Okay. There's always some new bullshit going on. It spooks out the markets. Okay. And then recovery happens and markets start raging. FTX money has hit the market, but only about $800 million, 162,000 accounts. So we still have another 15 billion to go, but obviously it hasn't particularly pumped markets. Only 800 million bucks, not that much. It's, lunch at a fancy restaurant for Wall Street goons. So not that much. Here's an interesting one. Solana is dead. I think it's from Binance buying system. The last 24 hours, we had 51,000 buyers of Bitcoin and 41,000 buyers, number 2 position of Solana. People apparently looked at Solana and said, I'll buy that. Ooh, interesting. Look at this. 173 currently. Now, I've not re-entered my Solana position yet. We'll see how we go. Might decide to re-enter that soon if I think the bounce is going to follow through and maybe people stop caring about all the bullshit that's been going on over on Solana the last few days. Let's see how it goes. I did buy some more Litecoin today. I did buy some more Aptos today. By the way, as always, you can see my portfolio disclosures down below. Description on YouTube, pinned comment over on X. Current holdings, although Litecoin's not currently on there, but we update it once a week on Saturday. Beside the point. You're being told now. OTC deals, venture rounds, all kinds of stuff, plus risk savings. Investing in crypto is risky. You can lose all your money. Never forget that. Past performance does not equate to future performance. No, seriously. That shit's risky. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose because you lose all your money. Okay. There we go. Fartcoin. Fartcoin hasn't had a very, very strong bounce yet. It got down to 28 cents last night, but it's still kind of just tracking along this downtrend line right here. So that's the one saving grace we could say for the moment right now. Still think Fartcoin's a pretty good meme, but memes in general have been rough recently, as you've probably noticed, but Fartcoin's literally one of the best for a variety of reasons. It's based on Solana, though, which might make people a little more hesitant to rush back into some of these Solana-based memes, whether that be FWOG or Dog with Hat or Popcat, stuff like this. Like those memes are some of the best memes. Now, I've seen... Well, there's got to be nuance here, guys. I see Lark, how dare you talk about memes? You can criticize memes on the one hand and then say they're good things about them on the other hand. How dare you? You're a hypocrite. You should go die. Okay, well, just dial down the craziness a little bit, guys. But here's the thing. There are some memes that have strong communities, good distributions, community fair-based distributions, okay? They're not scammy insider criminal bullshit, okay? The vast majority of what we've seen, and I've said this many, many times, Pump.Fund's a slaughterhouse. There's no pumping and there's very little fun that happens over there. It's mostly people getting their asses kicked and put over a barrel all day long, okay? But there have been some good memes, okay? That's something you need to acknowledge and recognize. Pepe is a good meme, all that kind of stuff. There have been good memes that have good communities, and yes, they're still fundamentally valueless because there's no network, buyback of tokens or anything like that. There's no revenue models. They're just pictures, right? Fine. But there are some good memes that do get attention, and you need to recognize that. And the good memes, and I do believe there are good memes, the good memes are completely overshadowed recently by the non-stop, relentless scamming from Kelsier and all these criminal cartels, essentially, that have realized they can just get on chain and steal people's money all day. It's crazy. Okay. This from Nansen. Smart Money is still holding AI tokens and Fartcoin, which is very, very interesting with this. Fartcoin, man. Fartcoin. Fantastic. Maybe genius, maybe madness. Really two sides of the same coin. Very true. Ejaz here sharing that. Look at this. When the market flips bullish, AI is going to get bid because it's still dominating mind share. In fact, it's the #1 narrative for mind share for a year plus now. Now, I'm not saying all of our AI bags are going to come back. Okay, I've invested in some AI coins that they're just going to go to zero, aren't they? But I think others like AI16Z, that's going to pop back, man. I think that pops back hard. Cerebro, Cerebro, come on, buddy, you can do it. Let's see. Some of the other stuff was always out on the far end of the risk spectrum, and I knew that when I invested in it. I'm a big boy and I was ready to lose my money if that's what happened, okay? Because I take responsibility for my investments. I don't blame other people when my shit goes wrong, okay? It's me and me at the end of the day. That's it. That's the only person pulling the trigger on any of this stuff. Hey, real quick, shout out to Sonic as well, crossing $1 billion in DEX volume. I'm still using the Phantom chart for some reason. But look at this, man. This has been a super strong chart. We've been talking about this chart for days here. There's huge opportunities happening right now over on Sonic. All kinds of hot new decentralized exchanges, all kinds of hot new borrowing and lending platforms, APYs to be earned. So, if you're looking for a new opportunity in the market right now, there's always opportunities, man. Don't be lazy. Bridge money over to Phantom, to Sonic. Bridge money over to Sonic. play around, try some stuff out. Look at the strength of the asset. This is going up because there's demand, because people are getting excited about what Sonic has built and they're bridging money over there. We're almost up to $1 billion in TVL, $1 billion in DEX volume. Stuff's happening, man. Look at this. Beautiful chart. Solid breakout of the 20-day EMA in the downtrend. Solid breakout right now on the 50-day EMA. And I'm not saying it can't be reversed, retested, or any of that kind of stuff, but this is probably one of the better looking charts right now in the cryptocurrency market. Okay. Look at that. We got the 20-day EMA curling up to the 50-day EMA. About to have a bullish crossover. Not confirmed yet, but it's looking pretty good. And we like that. By the way, sign up to the newsletter if you're not signed up. It's free. 150,000 people read it. You could be one of those sexy people. Go check it out. Okay, so first things first, let's get the hat going, man. Let's get the hat on. Okay, got the hat on. Let's talk crypto, guys. Got a nice Avion in a can today. I like drinking out of cans. You guys ever do there's a lot of different names for them. Where my dad and my brothers, what they call, oh no, it's in Western Pennsylvania, and they call them turkey shooters or something. Like, anyway, basically you take a can of beer, you stab a hole in it, you drink it. The things you do in your teenage years, huh? Anyway. Duck for Oblivious. What's up, man? Love the work. Thank you very much. Appreciate having you here. Let me see if I can get one here. I can only speak for myself, but ever since I tried trading memes, I'm convinced to stick with Bitcoin and blue chip altcoins. I think if you're trading memes, you have to have there's one of two things. One, if you're trading them on like a centralized exchange, we're talking about trading like Popcat, Dog with Hat, Fartcoin, something like that, right? If you're trading that kind of stuff, you have to have really, just take for a trading framework on it. Like look at the candles, look at the charts, see what it's telling you, use stop losses, et cetera, et cetera. If you're on-chaining this stuff, you have to have wildly strict risk management protocols in place. So you're getting in early on like a $300,000 market cap meme coin. Okay, great. When it doubles, you take your capital out. So you're not risking anything, right? Stuff like that. Be willing to cut the bag when it starts turning against you, all this sort of stuff. And that's where a lot of people lose a lot of their money is there's no risk management. Yeah, I get it. If you have 50 coins, you can't manage risk and all that stuff. It's too much stuff going on. Shotgunning, yeah, I see that. That's how long it's been since I've shotgunned a beer. Can't even remember what the hell it's called anymore. Been a long time. Been a long time. Lark, can you comment on the link chart? Sure. Let's bring up that. I think I might even have it up here already. Just didn't look at it today. I don't want to do too many charts. It gets a bit too crazy, like doing 30 charts or something. Try to do the big ones. We'll look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, whatever. A few other charts I think are interesting at the time. We've been covering that Phantom chart for a few days. There's been a lot of great opportunities on that for either getting spot entries or for trading on that. So I hope you guys are paying attention to this kind of stuff. Chainlink, right? This is actually weekly charts. Put it on the daily here. Not looking super fantastic at the moment. Not loving it. Not particularly loving it. Okay, here we go. So you can see the MACDs had a lot of indecision in the last few days. The price currently getting rejected off the 20-day EMA 2 days ago on the 17th of February, bounced back down from there. So that's the line you want to see be taken out. The 20-day EMA right here, currently around 1950. So if you're looking for getting the breakout trade on that, that's where I'd be looking at it for personally. You can look at sort of the bigger downtrend in play here as well, but that's a pretty far away move right now, to be honest. A lot of scope within that move. So really the 20-day EMA becomes, I think, the most critical short-term line in the sand, where if you want to go long on it for a momentum trade, that's probably the place to be looking at. Okay. Lark, how's the vibes today? Getting any better? Well, we got a little bit of green flashing in the chart, so marginally better vibes today. But yeah, are you sponsored by Avion? No, but if you got a contact, okay, You send them this video, you say, you got to give this man some free Avion, okay? That's what we need to get happening here, guys. Actually, funny story. I do have a water sponsor these days, but they haven't got me the water yet. So these guys, Lake, I think we did a sponsored short and a shout out on one of the videos for those guys already. So you might have already heard me talk about them, but at the tokens LAK3, but basically they're like a real world asset water provider. And yeah, they're sending me a few cases of water from the companies that they're helping to tokenize the access for the water for. So they've actually like a water shop. You can use the token to like buy water from like, you know, artisanal small producers and stuff like that, which I think is super cool. So I'm looking forward to getting my water. It's not here. You know, I'm looking forward to getting that water. It's gonna be fun. We'll talk about them when they come. All right, where are we up to? Getting wrecked again. I know, man. It's been a rough cycle. It really has. There's been a lot of just crazy going on. Will Litecoin get rejected? Don't know. Let's see. That's the question, isn't it, right now? Can it put in a daily candle close above that orange line? Like I said, if it gets rejected, look for 120. Okay. So if you're looking to go long on Litecoin, you go long on the candle close above 137 or a retest of 120. That's 20-day EMA approximately. Okay. That's probably, for me, the interesting areas. Join the dog army. You talk about dog on Bitcoin. If you're talking about dog on Bitcoin, I like dog on Bitcoin. I don't have any, but I think we were just talking about the good memes, right? The ones that have fair distribution and, you know, good, honest communities and shit like that. I think that dog's one of those. They're, you know, they're rare, needle in a haystack in the meme coin space. I understand people's criticism of meme coins because the vast majority of it's just criminal cartel extraction bullshit, really. But there are some meme coins that I think have good communities, and they're just meme coins at the end of the day. So don't, you know, go too crazy on them, right, guys? But, you know, they've got good communities and good fair distributions of the token held by real communities. The problem with a lot of these garbage criminal cartel things is that the vast majority of supply is held by the criminal cartel, who then dumps on you. And there's a whole variety of, I mean, goodness gracious, you guys seem like Dave Portnoy's been doing recently. Just literally, he's like every single day rug pulling a meme coin on his community. Like, I just can't believe it's shocking. I can't believe it. I can't, just literally stealing millions of dollars a day from whatever. But apparently, because meme coins are not securities, I guess people are just allowed to do crime now. How did you get started in crypto? Actually, my mom got me into crypto. Sure. If you ever heard an interview, they probably told the story once or twice before or more. But basically, my mom back in 2017, she'd been watching Jeff Berwick, the dollar vigilante. You ever see that guy? Sort of anarcho-capitalist stuff. Anyway, she'd been watching him. And she then messaged me. She's like, Lark, you got to get into this Bitcoin thing. And I already kind of had Bitcoin on my radar and learned about it and stuff like that. But she's like, you gotta learn about it. So you help me buy some. Okay, fine. So I started learning more about actually taking it seriously versus, you know, just having had a few conversations about it in the past. Like first time I ever heard about Bitcoin was about 2012, but that's a different story. But anyway, so started figuring out, okay, how do I buy Bitcoin? Where do I go? And it was much harder to buy Bitcoin back then, especially in New Zealand at the time. So finally found a way to buy some Bitcoin. Okay, bought some Bitcoin, told mom about it, figured out how to get her some Bitcoin, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And started, so that was it. You know, got my Bitcoin, bought my first 3 altcoins, XRP, DEBIT, and NEM. First 3 altcoins I bought. And then it's kind of like, well, now what? Now what? Okay, so then I started, well, I'm going to find a way to earn some cryptocurrency. So I started posting on this blockchain called Steem, STEEM. I don't know if it's around anymore or not. I haven't looked. It doesn't really matter to me. I know Justin Sun bought it a few years ago, but started posting over there just crypto stuff, or like, you know, if I would go to a vineyard at the weekend with my wife, like post a review of the vineyard or stuff. And some of those things did well. I made like $20 on a post here or $5 on a post there. People started asking a lot of questions about crypto on my crypto posts, and those are the ones that tend to do the best. So like, okay, let's learn more about Bitcoin mining, because I was a teacher at the time before. And so that's kind of the thing. You try to stay a few steps ahead of the students, right? So, okay, great, Bitcoin mining. I don't know shit about that, but I'm going to go just binge learn about it and find out about it, and then make a video talking about that and post that. Where am I going to host a video? On YouTube. post a video on YouTube, post on Steam, but then the YouTube videos started taking off. Actually, my first big YouTube video was about IOTA, which was pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Anyway, it's kind of how we got started off. Stop chasing meme coins, real world assets where it's at. VeChain, Algorand, Cardano, Linkage, Bar, Clearpool. Definitely real world assets. This is the thing. AD Franco, it's a good point. Look, I like meme coins. I do. Okay. But I would never have a gigantic percentage of my portfolio of meme coins for a wide variety of reasons, particularly the risk, obviously. But here's the thing. I think a lot of people chasing meme coins, they go all in on this stuff because they think, oh, I'm going to get outsized gains. But like, if you can 10x your money in crypto, and 10x your money is fucking insane when you realize that the S&P 500 on average returns about like 9%. I know last year was a really, really good year for the S&P 500, but on average, it just returns 10% a year or something like that. But you can 10x your money in a year on a good altcoin, right? And if you get in the right niche, whether it be real world assets or whatever else, I don't know, a DeFi and stuff like that. DeFi protocols like Radium up like 30x or whatever. Mantra DAO, the OM tokens up 300x or some BS like that. So there's plenty of money made on plenty of altcoins that are not meme coins that have real fundamentals behind them. Okay. Okay, we're up to a couple more here. Read Avion backwards, naive. That's what we all are in crypto. It's deep, man. That's deep. I'll drink to that. The naive drink Avion. It's filtered tap water. Let me drink that. Oh, it's good filtered tap water. It's like a party in my mouth, and everyone's invited. You guys are the best. All right, we're up to one or two more questions. All right. Check out Fart Boy. I don't know if I'll actually end up checking that out. I'm going to keep it real with you, man, but thanks for the super chat. Cubetics, phase 22. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. Ron, AZD, whatever. A lot of buzz around the Cubetics project. Phase 22 pre-sale. There were 13 million raised. Any thoughts on it? Immediate reaction, it's probably a giant scam and you're going to lose all of your money. Sorry to tell you, buddy. Phase 22 of its pre-sale, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Okay, it's most likely a scam. Okay, sorry to burst your bubble. Don't know anything about it, but from the information you've told me, probably a scam. Now, maybe it's not. Okay, maybe it's the new best thing since sliced bread and it's going to be really, really big and exciting. Everyone's going to make a bunch of money off it and I should go look into it. But I think I've heard enough that I won't be looking into it. What's your opinion on Trump's World Liberty Financial holdings of stuff like Aave and Link? Well, they're getting into the big DeFi stuff, right? And I think that's important to notice what they've been buying because the Trump boys, right, Eric and whoever else is really behind World Liberty Financials, not Donald, obviously, but they are making partnerships and buying key infrastructure because they're a fork of Aave, of course, and they need Chainlink technology. So why not buy that stuff? I see why it makes sense. All right, one or two more here, guys. I'm gonna finish up for today. Lark, do you know what's going on with Peak? I've not looked at the chart. Let's put it that way. Let's have a look at the chart. If the chart is down, then I can only say that it's because, well, shit, everything's down. To be honest, let's have a look here. Saying it's down in particular today? No, it's just, it looks like a lot of altcoins, maybe slightly sadder than some, but let's have a look at the chart here. I mean, look, it came out in November, so it rode that initial hype wave up, right? But then as markets started topping out, it, like most other altcoins, has gone down pretty precipitously. That doesn't mean the technology's bad. It's not. Technology's good. These guys are doing great stuff in the DePIN space, so definitely something to keep an eye on, right? But obviously the price has been decimated recently, but so has most altcoins. Obviously it needs to have a decent bounce back and retake the 20-day EMA and all that kind of stuff to start getting a new uptrend going. But I think fundamentally nothing's changed with Peak, but just market sentiment, I think, has been pretty rough recently. So many morons in crypto invest in blue chips, leave the shit coins alone. I think the trick is people want to find the next big things, right? And I understand the desire to do that. You want to get outsized gains. And if you invest in the blue chips, and what's a blue chip? And when does something become a blue chip, right? You could say Aptos or Sui or Avalanche, Cardano, XRP, whatever. There's actually a lot of gains to be had in those. I've actually got a video coming out later for you guys talking about stuff like Aptos, and still a 5 to 10x potential, which pretty damn solid if you ask me. But yeah, anyway, people will go way too far on the risk spectrum. And this is something we've talked about a lot of times here on the channel in terms of trying to get people to think about, well, where is your risk spectrum? Most people don't think about it. They come in and they buy dog coin number 97 on Moonshot without thinking a damn thing about it and then lose all the money. That's going to be a good one. I'll be putting my retirement savings in there and it's gone. It's gone. I have no problem personally, or, you know, if anyone else wants to do it, like that's me personally, risking, you know, $1,000 or something on some highly speculative new meme coin launch or something like that. Was money fine? Doesn't matter. Because every once in a while you'll get a win and it'll be sweet. But I would never risk any substantial percentage of my wealth on that. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. You got to keep your bets according to the risk. Bitcoin, you know, if something happened and I had to move all my money into Bitcoin tomorrow, I would be absolutely fine and I'd sleep like a baby at night. Like a baby. Babies actually sleep terribly, but you know, like a baby that sleeps well. That's how I'd sleep, because it's fine. I wouldn't mind being all in on Bitcoin. Plus, you'll 10x your money in probably 10 years on Bitcoin. Daniel, okay, this will be the last one here. This is about AIXPT. I haven't actually looked at the chart of AIXPT recently. Let's have a look. Here. Okay. Let's bring it up and then we'll finish up here for today. Okay. Where are we at? Clean the chart up a little bit. Have a look at it. See what's going on here. Okay. So it, like most other coins, has been absolutely slaughtered, unsurprisingly. This, I think, was the Binance perpetual swaps listing, which, by the way, if you ever see your coin getting listed on Binance perps, sell it and short it. Not financial advice, but every damn time a coin gets listed over here, it just gets slaughtered afterwards. Brutal. Down 82% as of yesterday. We'll come back up a little. We're only down 81.3% now, so not the worst, is it? We did bounce off. I guess you can call this sort of an area of price support in here. Right there, right? So similar area of price from before. So that's an interesting area. I think if you lose, let's say 15, 16 cents, I mean, you go into price discovery in the wrong direction, downwards, according to the charts anyway. I mean, I know it started from zero, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no sort of precedence for the price really trading much below here. So it could get real bad fast if it loses that level. Now, here's the deal. Bouncing off that level, well, it's interesting, actually. Plus, you have this happening right here, not confirmed, moving in the right direction for a MACD bullish crossover. Okay, you might even see a situation where base-based assets like AIXBT might get more bid because people are so pissed off at Solana and all the crime that's been happening over there recently that maybe the AI stuff on base gets a stronger bid. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out. I'm pulling out my butt and throwing it out there right now, but I can see that happening. Still hold my AI 16 Z bags, by the way, but probably actually an interesting spot here. You know, if you're going to get a spot bag or go long on this, it's probably not the worst spot to be getting a position. I mean, it's had a massive pullback, which is pretty typical for a coin like this. It's currently sitting at support. We got the daily MACD moving towards a bullish crossover. If you want to wait for better confirmation, it'll be up here at 27, 26 cents when it crosses over the 20-day EMA. But if you want to try to front run that and get it off the bounce of support, probably not a bad spot right now. Obviously, with the willingness to then cut it very quickly, though, if it drops under sort of 16, 15 cents, because that would then be potential indication of a deeper downtrend to see it basically go to zero. Not quite zero, but probably close enough that you're not going to like it. Anyway, guys, you are awesome. Thank you so much for joining today's stream, and I'll see you back in the next one. Peace.